Oh, how was that?
Man, it was great. Just to be out here with the fellows, man, and just competing, getting better. Um, we got a great group of guys on offense, defense, special teams. Obviously, a great head coach. It's an honor to be able to play for him and play with him. And just, man, it's just good to be back on the field again. Just all of us getting better today.
What are the emotions like day one, just getting into the swing of it all?
Yeah, I think that when you think about it, it's the same game that you always loved, when you're a young kid and you dream about these moments like this, to be a Pittsburgh Steeler, and I remember watching guys like Ben Roethlisberger, some other all-time greats in the past too as well, watching Coach Tomlin, watching Coach Cowher, watching the tradition here. And you can tell, I remember, playing the Steelers several times, the fan base, how engulfed it is. You can definitely feel it every day, and it's a special thing. We were just focused on being the best that we can be together, and so it was a blessing to be out here.
Is this first day bigger than any other first days you've had? You've had a lot of them in your career, first days, but coming into this situation.
I think that when you treat every day as day one, and you realize that every day you just try to have a learning, experience, you embrace the moments, you look forward to the challenges, you look forward to the newness of it all. If you have that mentality, you embrace every day. You got to treat every practice, every game, every warm up, every day as if you're getting prepared for the Super Bowl, and it's Super Bowl week. And so, that's just kind of the mentality you got to have. And so I think that even though it's OTAs, that's the mentality that I think our team has.
Plus, you have to get used to like a whole new team and a lot of guys. Who are some of the guys that you've leaned on to get to know first? Some of the guys you've gotten closer to in your early days with the Steelers.
Yeah, obviously the beginning of the whole process. Obviously, Big Cam Hayward. Obviously TJ too as well. We've known each other, played against each other several times. Minka, I love watching him and competing against him. He's just a tremendous player. There's also guys like Big Queen. Just seeing him out here and his being on the same field with him, the type of level of player that he is. Watching GP out in the field today. There's guys that have been working their tails off, like Calvin Austin and his ability to. He came out to San Diego, trained. Pat Fryermuth, same thing. Van Jefferson. These guys are dedicated to the game. Quez Watkins looks great. Just so many guys. Callaway, I played with before. There's different guys, and I'm excited about some. We're so young, but yet so talented. And I think that if we embrace the challenge every day, if we embrace the opportunity every day, we can go places. And so it's going to be a tough road and a tough challenge every day. And that's the good thing about it. That's what we love about the game.
How did you feel about the chemistry on the field today with all of these new guys for you?
Yeah, I felt great about it. I think the chemistry was great. I think the guys were in and out of the huddle. They're working their butts off. We're going to get better as we go too. That's a good thing. And we got to keep that edge. And I think that's really important along the way. And so I think the best thing was too is we get to go against one of the best defenses in the world. Every day. So it's going to make us better. It's going to rise. Us on offense. We look forward to that challenge every day. And it's just a great team and great culture.
You mentioned
with Arthur Smith, and what do you feel like are going to be some of the characteristics of this offense, or what do you hope are some of the characteristics of this offense?
I've been able to watch and experience Coach Arthur Smith over the years, and just his knowledge of the game, his knowledge of getting people in the right places at the right time, the physicality that he coaches with in terms of having all of us players play with that mentality. We're going to be able to run the ball downhill, obviously. Play action is going to be key. I think just doing all the right things in the right moments. Situational football is everything. And if we can do that as a collective, offense and defense and special teams, we got a chance. And that's all you ask for.
Does it mean something to you at this stage in your career to invest in a young player's career like Justin Fields?
Yeah, of course. I think Justin and I have known each other for the past several years, ever since he came in the NFL, really when he's at Ohio State. And we've gotten to know each other. We used to text each other all the time and everything else. Now we're in the same room. So every day, I'm trying to be my best so I can also show him and vice versa. And we're just continue to challenge one another, be the best version we can be for this football team. And that's the great part about it. And so we got a lot of respect, regard. We've played against each other several times too. So just love the process of it all.
You mentioned your relationship with Cam. What was your reaction to him not being here today?
Listen, I've been able to play in the league a long time. And, the reality is that if anybody's prepared, Cam Hayward's prepared. This guy is one of the best to ever do it at his position. He's a guy that's experienced. When you take all that experience and everything else, plus the family dynamics and just the whole process. It's a business. Everybody knows that, and everybody goes through it, and it's a process. But if anybody's been here, even though he's not physically here, he's here in spirit every day with us, and that's what we love about him. And so we're going to support him no matter what. He's going to be ready to go. We know that about him. I know that about him playing against him, and I'm excited to get him back on the field whenever that time is right.
So do you view this as a competition, or how do you view kind of your role, and how do you establish your leadership with this?
Yeah, I think every day you look at it as to be the best version of you. I think that's always the competition internally, and then you're always competing against the other 31 other teams, and then and so I think that you step on the field with that mentality. Nothing should ever change. So I think that's how I've always looked at it, and that's the part I embrace.
Russ, how much input are you going to have with this offense?
Yeah, I think a lot. I think that obviously Coach Arthur Smith and I, we share a lot of the similarities, a lot of experiences, a lot to prove, a lot to show, a lot to do, a lot to accomplish. He's got big desires, I do too. We do it too as a team. We're all in this thing together. So knowledge is everything, to understand what we're trying to do, how we're trying to get there, and do it the best way and the most efficient way possible.
Mike Tomlin has said in a couple interviews that you, Arthur Smith, and Justin Fields all are a bit scalded, is the term that he used. Do you feel like that? Do you have a sense with those guys that you all have something to prove?
I wouldn't say I'm scalded. I would say that if anything, I've just learned a lot, and I think that internally you get better, you get tougher, you use your experiences, use the challenges that you've gone through to be the best version of you. And so I don't blink, and I'm looking forward to the challenge and the opportunity.
What do you see in guys like Najee, guys like Cam, who they've been on the team, but they're maybe on the last year of their deals? Do you see the extra motivation in guys like that in over time to your career?
Yeah, I think that guys like that who are so talented and everything else, and they put the work in. The reality is that these guys are putting the work in, whether if it's here in Pittsburgh, whether if it's back home, whatever it is, all year. It's a 365-day job. That's the mentality that we have as players, and it's our lifestyle. And so. These guys, like guys like Najee and everything else, you saw him obviously out here. He's learning every play. He's asking all the questions. When he's not here, if he's not here, he's texting, asking, hey, what was this? What was that? And just a great teammate, a guy who really wants to win. And that's the best part about this culture, this organization is it's a winning organization, guys who really want to do everything they can possible. And, that's what we're focused on. It's just winning the day each day.
There's been questions about the depth of the receiver room beyond George. What have you seen from the guys just from the little bit you got?
I've seen a lot of talent, a lot of excitement, a lot of confidence, a lot of ability, a lot of guys who are learning, in the process, and that's the part that you love. I remember when I was a young rookie, and you're learning the way, you're learning every detail, and guys like Roman Wilson who just got here, he's working his butt off learning. Guys obviously as Calvin Austin, as I mentioned earlier, he's working his tail off, leading the way every day in front of the line. Guys like GP, who's so incredibly talented, but he's only early in his career, and he's going to have so much opportunity, and it's going to be a great thing for him. So, I love the receiver room. I love the guys that we have, and we're gonna be able to compete with those guys and hopefully win a lot of games with the guys we have.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys. Yep.
First of all, just welcome to Pittsburgh. What was your reaction when you heard that you were traded to the Steelers, and what are you looking forward to most here?
Yeah, when I first got traded, I was actually, I think it was like 10 o'clock in Italy. I was at dinner, and I had mixed emotions. I was excited, but also, sad that I was leaving Chicago. But since my time here, I've enjoyed it a lot. You meet my new teammates, the coaches, everybody's here great, and they've definitely made the transition for me easier, for sure.
What have been your first impressions just on this offense and Mike Tomlin as a coach as well?
Yeah, I think just listening to the team meetings today, Coach T, and just the way he talks to the team, like is the best coach I've ever played with. Just speaking to the team as a leader, as that vocal point. But he's been great. Got here, he was straight up and honest with me, so I appreciated that. And what was the second part of the question?
Just what's it been like, kind of just adapting with this team, this offense?
Arthur, he's very meticulous in the way he, explains the offense, very detailed, and we've kind of been focusing on setting the foundation, not really getting too far ahead of ourselves, setting the foundation blocks, and just setting that base, and not working too far ahead, but also getting a good amount to where guys can learn and process it and know the why behind certain things.
Justin, how do you view this opportunity? Do you look at it as a chance to start? Do you look at it as a home for 1 year? How do you view this?
Yeah, I think it's both. To be honest, I'm taking it day by day. I'm definitely, competing. I think, Russ knows that. We're competing against each other every day. Him being out there for me, that, helps me getting better. Us pushing each other. So, I definitely don't have the mindset of, me just, sitting all year. So, I'm coming in every day, giving it all I got, and pushing him to be his best, and he's pushing me to be my best each and every day. So appreciate that.
You two had a relationship before this.
Yeah.
Does this kind of help it grow now that you're on the same team?
I mean, yeah. The first time I ever talked to Russell was when I was in college. So we've known each other for a good bit now, and the fact that I get to learn stuff from him, the things that he's accomplished, up to this point in his career, has been great. So just me learning just the little details, how he's so meticulous and detailed within every rep, every individual drill. It just kind of makes me think that's what I should be doing each and every time. So I'm glad to have him here and glad to be able to learn from him.
Justin, how do you look back on the time? How you doing?
You're doing good. You say what?
How do you look back on the time in Chicago?
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of ups and downs, but all in all, I appreciate every relationship that I built. All my teammates, they know that. Nothing but love for the city, for the fans, and for my old teammates and coaches.
Did you feel they did everything they should have done to facilitate your growth?
I'm not really gonna harp on the past. It is what it is. It's in the past. Now I'm here now. So like I said, I'm grateful to be here and grateful to be a part of this team.
When you find out that you're traded at 10 o'clock local time, I mean, are you able to sleep that night? Are you on the phone? What kind of happens after you get that news?
I mean, yeah. I've been dealing with people for a long time. So in my exit meeting, we were in the same situation last year with having the #1 pick, and it was just a little bit different this year. So I mean, I'm not naive to the fact that I can read body language and stuff like that. So it wasn't really just a shock to where it's like, I got traded. Like I knew what was going to happen beforehand. So I'm just glad I got traded to the spot that I wanted to be at. So
was it a relief? Speaking of that, was it a relief to get the news that it's happened?
I think so. I think when you're just waiting, because I knew I was going to get traded, at the end of the day. That's just what it was. So it was just, just me waiting and, me, trying to figure out where I'm going to be at and stuff like that. It was definitely a relief to, kind of be on a team and know where I'm going to be at. So.
Justin, maybe being traded into a really good situation because you could have gone a lot of places.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to, Pose. He would communicate it to him, through my agent, and I told him where I wanted to be, and this was the place I wanted to be. So, he, honored that, and I appreciate him for that, and glad he was able to put me in the spot where I wanted to be at.
What needs to go right for you to become the guy that you kind of envisioned when you came out in the first round?
You said what needs to go right?
Yeah, I mean, I know you're going to put the work in, but you're in a good spot. I mean, what are the little things that you think it's going to take to get you to become the guy that we all kind of envision?
I think me, I just got to, keep working every day. Like I said before, just being detailed in every drill, not taking a day off, and it's good having Russ here, learning from him, us pushing each other each and every day. So, I think just controlling what I can control every time I step on the field, just ball out and play to the best of my abilities and, let God handle the rest. So.
What guy has been on the team has been helpful to you or closest to you as far as getting used to the team, the organization, the plays, or working in practice?
Yeah, I mean, this is a new offense, so nobody really has been in the offense before. But, I mean, there's a lot of young guys on the team. So I think just that fact right there, it's easier to communicate with people and kind of just build that relationship because you have so much in common already. So I've already hung out with a handful of guys on the team, already built those relationships. And, we're just going to continue to grow, get closer with each other, and, ready to get to play in the season. So.
Justin, what was it about this team, this situation that appealed to you?
Just the culture. I really think at Ohio State, I think there was a video that dropped with Coach T. I can just feel the energy and just just the consistency throughout the years and the culture that Coach T has and just the standard that the Steelers have set, this organization has set. So I think that was the biggest appeal for me. And our defense is always gonna top tier. You can't win games without defense. So just the culture, Coach T, and of course the team itself. So.
It wasn't an issue that it was a situation where they had, literally days before had gotten a guy that they said this is going to be our starter?
No, I mean, I wanted to come here before Russ got here and after too. So it was more so the team, not worried about who was here, none of that sense. So, yeah.
What were your first thoughts of Pittsburgh when you got here? The actual city, the people.
I mean, yeah. I will say this. I think Pittsburgh has has a lot of nice people. That's one thing I've noticed. Like, I've taken a few Ubers to the airport, and I've had full 30-minute conversation with the Uber driver. So, Yeah, just people, you know, their generosity, their niceness. I'm going out, people don't even know who I am. They're just being so nice to me. So I think that's one thing I've noticed. And then I started going on walks this past off season. So just the different views of the city, the bridges and stuff like that is pretty cool to me. So.
Justin, I know the offense is new, it's just day one, but from what you've learned so far, how do you feel like Arthur Smith's offense is going to fit your skill set, some of the things you do well?
I mean, yeah, I think you know, he's had experience with, you know, dual threat quarterbacks, a lot of quarterbacks in the past, Ryan, Marcus, of course Desmond and Tyler in the past few years. So you know, he knows how to play to his players' strengths, and you know, of course he's new here too, so he's got to figure out, you know, what guys do what things the best way, and you know, we're just going to keep building and getting better every day. But I definitely, you know, trust them to, you know, put everybody in the right spot to have as much success as possible. So.
You mentioned that after Steelers signed Russell Wilson, you still wanted to come here, but did you think that that door might be shut because they signed Russell, and at that point they still had Kenny on your roster?
Yeah, I definitely, with Kenny still here and then Russell here, I definitely thought the door was shut, so I didn't know, you know, where I was going to end up at that point. But kind of my agent kind of gave me a heads up a couple of days before that Kenny, you know, might be getting traded. So kind of when I heard that, and then I actually saw it happen in real time, then I kind of, you know, knew kind of where I was going at that point. So.
Now that you get the restart, last one. Now that you get the restart, where do you see yourself going from here? Do you feel like you're a player that's still ascending and can still grow a lot?
Oh, I know I am. I mean, I'm not the same quarterback as I was last year, and I'm not the same quarterback as I even was yesterday. So I'm, you know, going to continue to get better each and every day, and especially with the help of, you know, Tom, our quarterback coach. He's smart, and you know, Matt Baker, he's super smart too, and then Russell, like I said, just learning from all three of those guys, and having them by my side and having them getting me better each and every day, pushing me to be my best. I mean, I think I have a lot more room to grow, so I'm nowhere near my ceiling, for sure.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.